right, guys, let's get started on today's lesson. All right, so today we're going to be focusing on quadrilaterals, but first we're going to look at this question over here. Right, now, clearly what we're about to do is a trigonometry question, so let's just realign ourselves, everybody. Hi, Peyton. Okay, let's just realign ourselves. When we see such questions and we think of trig, where should our minds automatically go? When we see things like theta, we see right angles, triangles, where should our minds automatically go? What are the things that our mind should be thinking? Anything that pops to mind? Soccer tour, yes. A whole soccer tour. Yes, you're right. Absolutely. Soccer tour. Thanks, Samuel. Okay. Okay, cool. Yes. Soccer tour, not soccer tour. Thank you. Hi, Tag. Thank you, Fatma. Yes, soccer tour. Hi, Tag. Excellent. Right. Anything else, guys? Anything else? What else are we thinking about? Beautiful. Reciprocals, or as we call them, the cousins. Good. Name the cousins for me, guys. Name the cousins. Who's the cousin of sine? Cousin sine is who? And sine's cousin is? Good. Cosec. Beautiful. It's cosec. Good. And the sine of cos is? It's not cos. Who is cos's cousin? Sec. Good. And tan's cousin is? That's it. Sec. Beautiful. And we know that. Okay. And every time we see just an angle all on its own, what do we need to think? What are we thinking? Whenever we see an angle all on its own, we need to think shift angle. Ah, wonderful. That's it. We need to think shift angle. Okay. Whenever we ask for just an angle, we shift angle. All right. Now, these particular questions that we're looking at here will not require us to shift angle, because the question automatically says, refer to the diagram above, and without using a calculator. That's it, Nico. There's a chance that our special angles will come in. Right? We know that we've got our 60-30 triangle, 1, 2, 3, and our 45-degree triangle, 1, 1, 3. All right. Yes, shift angle. Oh, Pascal, when we say shift angle, it just reminds us that whenever they ask us for an angle, we need to go to our calculator and click shift. Okay, that's what that means. That's all that it means. Okay. Don't stress about it. All right. Before we continue, let's just stress one thing quickly. Let's say, for instance, I've been given a right angle triangle. And they tell me that the side is 3, the side is 4, the side is 5. If I said to you guys that I want cos of theta, what would my answer be? Would I get out an angle or a ratio? What would I get out? Would it be a ratio as in something over something, or will it be an angle as in something degrees? Which one of these would it be? An angle or a ratio? Many people saying ratio, ratio, ratio. Beautiful. Excellent. I just want us to make sure that we understand the distinction. Good. They're asking me for a ratio. They're saying, find theta for me in terms of cos. And because I know that cos of theta is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, I now know that cos of theta is going to give me 4 over. That's what I know. Now, if I say to you, find me theta, do I want a ratio or an angle? Which one do I want? An angle or a ratio? Beautiful. An angle. And as soon as I know that I need an angle, what do I need to pick? Shift. Good. We need to click shift. Amazing. Good. So this is the angle. So we know we're going to get something degrees. And in order to do that, somewhere we're going to have to click shift. So I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page with me, because this is a very important concept that we're about to jump into. All right, let's look at these questions that we've been given over here. So they've given us two separate triangles. So we're going to have to work in, we're going to have to flip-flop between one triangle and the other, make sure that we're understanding what's happening. Now, it says here, without using a calculator, write down the value of. Now, I already know that you guys are going to knock this out of the park. Remember, make sure you're understanding which triangle you are working in. All right, I want everybody to attempt 5.1.1, 5.1.2, and 5.1.3, and then we'll talk about 5.1. All right, so you have 5 minutes. I think that might be a lot, okay? But you're definitely going to have to draw this. And remember to find your angles, guys. Find your angles. Look for P and then label in terms of P. Then go and look for SQR and label in terms of SQR. Go look for theta and then label your triangle in terms of theta. Okay. Do the legwork, guys. Otherwise, the questions are going to get quite complicated. When you're done, as always, pop your favorite emoji in the chat. Nigo is going to help you to draw the diagram. Okay. Draw it for yourself so that you have a frame of reference. Jasmine in the house. Hello. Sure, you've come quite late today, class monitor. We're already right in it. How are we doing, my sweetie? I hope you're well. Okay. We'll talk in just a bit. Let's give everybody a chance to do the questions, and then we'll catch up in just a bit. Secret? Did you tell them your secret? Tell them to come over. They must do the smart thing. Teacher's saying, Ma'am, at school, they were busy asking me how I get such very good marks. And you must tell them your secret. Okay, tell them you have superpowers, because that's the truth. It's because you have maths superpowers. They just don't know it. Yeah. Awesome. That's amazing. I know. These people who don't know about Watobe. What are we going to do with these people? All right, I'm getting quite a lot of emojis, guys. So we're going to get started on this question in the next minutes. True. All right, guys, that's time. Let's have a look at this first question. Okay, so I want you guys to take note of the mark allocation. There isn't much going on here. So we're gonna give ourselves a mark out of 3 when we've finished the question. All right, so let's start with tan of P. Now I need to go find my angle P, and I'm gonna notice that angle P is in this triangle PQR. It's in the triangle PQR. No worries, up P, we're welcome, right? I know that if that's my angle P, this side over here is my adjacent side. That one over there is my opposite. And that one across from a 90 degrees, that is my hypotenuse. Right, so I want tan of P. I know that tan of P is opposite over adjacent. So my opposite is 10 over 24. And I can simplify that, okay, because I'm not allowed to use a calculator, but I know that both of them are even, so I can divide both by 2. So my final answer should be 5 over 12. Right, that's the final answer that you should get. Right, now let's go look for sine of SQR. First thing we're going to have to do is find the angle SQR. So I'm going to start at S, go all the way to Q, go to R. That's the triangle we're working in. However, they want us to use the angle Q in that triangle. My angle Q is that one, because my Q is the one with the little cap on. Right, so SQR, I know that. This side, this 8 over here will be my adjacent. That side all the way over there is my opposite. And the one across from my 90 degree, that is mine. Now I know that sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So that's going to be opposite, which is 6 over hypotenuse, which is 10. And again, both of these numbers are divisible by 2. So my answer should end up as 3 over 5. Okay, that's number 2. 1 mark again. All right, then we want cos of theta. So again, I need to go find which triangle theta is in. And I find that theta is in triangle PQR, that triangle there. So I'm going to label again. This is my adjacent. This is my opposite. Plus from a 90 degree angle, that is my hypotenuse. Right. Cos of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. So I should then have 10 over 26. And again, this is also, I can simplify because they're both even numbers. And my answer should be 5 over 20. Tell me how much you've got out of 3. Okay. If you didn't simplify, that's perfectly fine. You can mark these answers as they are also correct. So please tell me how much you got out of 3, Tiana. 2. Amber got 3. Hi, Amber. 3, quote me 3. 3. Let me see it. 2. If you did get 2, I hope we know what kind of mistake we've made. Okay, I need to make sure that we're understanding 100% what's going on there. It's important that we read the way that they shape the question for you. Okay, remember that this little tab over here is very, very important. 22,62. Okay. I don't know how that happened, Kanye. So are we sure are we understanding how we got cos of theta though? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, Namisila, that's perfectly fine. Okay, we just need to make perfectly sure that we don't make that mistake again. All right. And it's good that we're making the mistakes here because we're going to learn from them and we're not going to make them at the most important. Yeah. Annie, how are we doing, my sweetie? You're also somebody who's been gone a while. Where have you been? Yeah. Yeah, I want that guilt to like, hey, ma'am, why did I leave you? It's fine. All right. How are you doing, my sweetie?
I'm okay. How are you, ma'am?
Thank you. You're not in trouble. I promise. Where did I lose you?
Ma'am, this question says we must find the value name. So what I did here is completely different from what you're doing. And
Okay.
you know what I did, name? 5.1.1. I said tan P name equals the opposite over adjustment, which is 10 over 24. Then I used the shift sign, the shift thingy. Then it gave me 22.62.
And the reason that happened, you came to class a few minutes late, correct? Did you come in a little bit? Did you come in just a little bit late?
Yes, I did come late.
I know that because we just went through the reason why we do not find the angle. Okay. The reason why we're not looking for the angle Aviani is because what they've asked us for is the ratio, not the angle. If they did this, Aviani, if they said to us, find P, then we would go to our calculation. But because they said they want tan of P, we need to find the ratio of tan with P. Does that make sense?
So we are finding the ratio of 10, not the angle of
Not
P.
the angle.
So how did you get?
How did we get?
Yes. How did they get 5 over 12 from 10 over 24?
Divide both of them by 2. Remember, if I give you a fraction, let's say I gave you the fraction 4 over 3. Simplify this fraction for me, Abiani.
Oh, so you're just simplifying the answer.
I'm just simplifying the answer.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it now. Thank you.
No worries, my sweetie. Okay, so you see the difference. If they only ask us for the angle, then we click shift. But here they want the ratio of.
The ratio of, okay, now I understand, ma'am. Thank you.
Anyway, what am I repeating? Which part? Okay, do you want to put your hand up so we can have a conversation? For those of you who are 100% on what happened, keep moving, guys. 5.1.4 and 5.2. Go for it. Yes, Apiwe.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, my sweetie. What's up?
Well, ma'am, I've been struggling with the ratio because I've been looking at my homework and it's bad. I don't even know what the ratio is.
Okay, so remember we use SOHCAHTOA, correct?
Yes.
So if I said to you about sine of theta, the ratio for sine of theta is the opposite and the opposite in whatever triangle we. All right, and the ratio for cos of theta would be equal to. Doesn't matter which triangle we use, and tan of theta is equal to opposite. So if the question says to you, Akiwe, what is sine theta? You go to your triangle and you look for the opposite side and the hypotenuse.
Yes.
And then sine of theta is equal to some number over another number. That's what that is. Okay. And if they ask for cos of theta, you also give them some number over some number. If they say to you, what calculate the value of just theta, then what am I going to do?
Ma'am, I can't hear you properly.
If they ask for just theta, then what am I going to do?
I can't hear you, yes.
Okay, am I breaking up? Can you hear me in little bits and pieces? What's going on?
You're glitching. I can't hear you properly.
Okay, can you hear me now? Because my network is quite stable. I don't know what's going on.
I can hear a bit.
A bit. I don't know how to fix this. Yeah, I'm not sure how to fix the teacher now. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I feel like I should start singing now so that you can hear me sing. No, I don't want to start. I don't want to start singing. All right. I'm gonna keep asking my question, and if you think it's good, you just answer how you think. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me pick up my camera and let's see how that works. Right. Okay. Anyway, can you hear me?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. So if they ask me for theta, what do I then need to do?
Okay, ma'am. So at our
Remember,
school, we were
theta is
taught
an
to.
angle. Theta is an angle. So what do we need to do?
Yo, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes.
I still can't hear you.
Oh, Mem was asking if they say you should find theta. I mean, what are you going to do if you have to find theta, the angle?
Well, at our school, we were taught to like visualize it as solving for x.
Okay.
Then we would say, for example, tan of theta is equal maybe to 5/3. Then we cross multiply, and then after cross multiplying, we take tan to the other side, which will be arc cos, then 5/3. Then we get theta.
Yeah, that's what Mem usually says, like shift angle, which means you have to press shift and then press the trig ratio that you'll be using
Trig
at that
ratio,
moment.
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And
Yeah. Okay. I think let's see if teacher
I
Gogo is
am
still-
here. I am here, teacher Nels. I don't know if up to it, because Agongi also says it's getting worse. So I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure how to fix it. I think it's 200. Okay.
Did you change your like your speakers settings on your computer?
I have done nothing. I have literally done nothing. Maybe let me see.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Hello, can everybody hear me? Is everything okay? Am I clearer?
yes, we
Yes,
can hear.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's like you're a little bit louder now. We can hear you.
oh, okay. All right. Let me do this. Okay. I think what happened is I was using the audio from my computer, but I was using the thingy from my camera. So I think maybe
Oh,
now
your webcam.
kind of it's all better. Apiwe, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. All right. So that's what I'm saying. So when we are looking for the theta is actually the angle.
Angle.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And even if we treat it like x, remember, let's say, for instance, they've given me this side and that side. I know that's going to be tan, correct? Because this is the adjacent and this is the opposite, correct? So I'm going to say that tan of theta is equal to opposite, which is 24 over adjacent, which is 10. But
10.
now, because I want the angle theta, I need to go on my calculator and click shift tan. The angle will
10.
be
Yes.
shift tan of 24 over 10. So
10.
do you think there's a difference between when they ask me for the angle and when they ask me for the ratio? If they ask me for the ratio, all they want is a number over another number. That's it. That's all that they want. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
If
Yes,
they ask me for the angle, I then have to do this whole make x the subject of the formula.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Excellent. All right. Anybody going to answer for me for 5.1.4? Pop your answer in the chat. Let's have a talk. Tiana says 5/3. I just want to see if everybody else agrees with you as well. Namisile says 4/3. Okay. Let's see if everybody else agrees. Wait for everybody to get an answer because this one was quite a tricky one. Mara says 5/3, 5/3, 5/3. Thanks, Candace. Thanks, Pascal. Yes, Tiana.
Ma'am?
Yes.
So can I help give an answer?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Give me the answer.
Ma'am, so what basically I did before it 1 over cos.
Mhm.
I just said sec SRQ.
Ah, beautiful. Exactly. Because this is 1 over cos is actually cos of cousin. Yes, which is sec. Excellent. Sec of SRQ.
And then it's most hypotenuse over adjacent. So then it was basically 10 over 6.
Good.
Because
Which then
it's
continues to 10 over 5. Okay, I just want to make sure everybody understands where you got that 10 over 6. So this is our triangle SRQ. That's the triangle we're working in. And this whole angle here, not just theta, that's the angle we want. And we know that sec is hypotenuse over adjacent, which is, what did you say what the answer was?
10 over 6.
Good. 10 over 6, simplify for me.
5 over 3.
Beautiful. 5 over 3. Excellent. Well done. Sure. Like nothing gets past you guys. Like, beautifully done, Tiana. All right, let's look at this last question that we've got over here, guys. Without the use of a calculator, determine the value of sine QRS over tan of theta. All right. If you've got an answer, pop it in the chat, but I'm going to go through it really quickly. Okay, for the sake of time. All right, let's go map out. We need to first map out QRS so we can see which angle we're working with. So it says here QRS. QRS is this triangle over there, and we know that we are looking for the angle R, which means it's that angle over there. So I know that this is my adjacent, that over there is my opposite, and this over here is my hypotenuse. Now they want sine of QRS. That's going to give me sine opposite over adjacent 8 over 10. 8 over 10 divided by tan of theta. So now I need to go find theta. I need to go find which triangle theta is in. And I know theta is in that big triangle over there. Ah, beautiful, Pascal. I'm not even done yet and you're already there. Okay, good. And triangle PQR, good, Samuel. This is my adjacent. That is my opposite. And that is my hypotenuse. Good, but I want tan. I know that tan is opposite over adjacent. So my opposite is 24 over my adjacent, which is 10. All right, excellent. So now I need to clean this up. Guys, for the life of me, I don't know how to work with fractions when I divide. I need to write them the other way around. I'm going to treat this thing here in the middle as a divide sign. So I'm going to rewrite this as 8 over 10 divided by 24 over 10. And I know that what I can do is I can cross cancel. No worries, Patu. Welcome. So, oh, sorry, I can tip in times. So I'm going to go 8 over 10 times 10 over 24. And I'm going to go back and show you how we got that gift, right? Then I can cross cancel. So my final answer is 8 over 24. Simplify that for me, guys. Eight over 24. And while you guys simplify that for me, thank you, Tiana. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go back quickly and explain to Gift how we got 8 over 10. Now, Gift, we're working in this triangle. We're working in triangle QRS, right? And this is my reference angle. That's the angle that I'm using, right? And they want sine in terms of R. Sine is opposite 8 over hypotenuse 10. That's where we got 8 over 10. I hope that makes sense. Does it make sense, Gift? One over 3. Okay, excellent, guys. All right, let's actually get into, beautiful. Let's actually get into what we're doing for today, all right, which is actually quadrilaterals. So this is a bit of a throwaway question because this is the last question we did. After this one, we will get into quadrilaterals. Okay, I forgot that we left this one halfway through. Okay, and I wanted us to work on this one. I really want us to get this one right. No, don't be like that. All right, so they told us before that the diagram below represents a cross section of the peaks of Table Mountain. T and lines head L above sea level, points M and N are directly below peaks L and T respectively, such that MPN lies on the same horizontal plane at sea level and P is directly below C. Okay. Then it says the angle of elevation L from N is beta. We've got beta over there, and the angle of elevation T from M is theta, given that tan of theta is equal to 0.35 and tan of beta is equal to 0.21. Now, in the last lesson, guys, we did something with this 0.35. We changed 0.35 into a fraction by putting it as 35 over 100. Right. And if I had to take tan of beta, if I had to take this 0.21 and make it a fraction, what would I get? What would we get there? Good. We would get 21 over 100. Excellent. 21 over 100. Good. Then all we needed to do, guys, is to go back into their respective triangles and map them out the way that we need, right? So I know that this is tan of theta. So tan of theta, let me remove this. Yeah. Tan of theta is equal to 35 over 100. And tan of beta is 21 over 100. So if my angle theta is over here, what is the ratio of tan, guys? Tan is equal to what? What over what? When we look at SOHCAHTOA, tan is equal to opposite over? Good. Opposite over adjacent. Good. Opposite over adjacent. So if this is my angle theta, I know that that side over there is my opposite side, right? So my opposite is the top part. So that's going to be 35 over my adjacent, which is over here. And this will be 100. Now remember, guys, just because we've written 100 here, it doesn't actually mean that this is 100 meters. It's not 100 meters. It's just a ratio of 100. Okay, then I'm going to go and do the same thing with tan of beta. If this is my angle beta over here, that side LM, the one all the way over there, this one is 21 over adjacent, which is also 100. Now remember, yes, Mara, adjacent over opposite is not tan, that's cot. Okay, so you must say opposite over adjacent. It's very important that we get in the correct order. All right, so the first question says here, what did I do? Guys, what did I do with the question? Okay, I now have to go and fetch it. Yes, Tiana.
Ma'am,
Yes.
so they were 100s, ne? Does it mean that it's 200 or does it mean that it's just 100?
It's just 100. It's a ratio of 100. Okay, not that it's 100 meters, it's just a ratio of 100. Okay, so what this means, Tiana, is if I had it in a ratio, if I decided that this isn't 21, if I decided to multiply this by 2 and make this 42, I will then have to multiply this 100 also by 2. Do you understand what I mean?
So is it 100 from M to N?
Yes,
Or just from M to P?
From M till N, from here till there. Okay, it's in a ratio of 100. So here's what I mean. If this is 100, if this is a ratio of 100, how did we get from 100 to 3,100? What did we multiply by?
31.
By 31. Good. Which means if we want to find the length of the side, we also need to take 21 and multiply it by
31.
Because it's a ratio. You see what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's exactly what they're actually trying to say here. But we're not going to get into that just yet. All right. Okay. Let's look at the questions. I need to now migrate them into here. Let me move this down. Okay. Here's the first question. The first question says, calculate the ratio of LM is to TN. Now, we've just figured out what LM is. How much is LM, guys? Look at the drawing. Look at the drawing. How much is LM? Not 35. Look again, Pascal. Good gift. That's it. It's 21. Good. 21 is to, what is TN? TN is 35. Good. Now let's clean up this ratio because there is a number that I can, wait, is there a number? Yes. There's a number that I can divide both of these by to make it simpler. What would that number be? Divide both the good. We're going to divide by 7. Good. Divide by 7. Divide by 7. So my ratio is actually 3 is to 5. Give me a thumbs up if what I've just done makes sense. Are we all okay? Hi, Mirula. Seeing you sneak in there. Excellent. Excellent stuff, guys. All right. Now, okay, Gift, where did I lose you? Okay, you need to tell me so that I can fetch you from there. Okay, or for this particular one, I need you to DM Teacher Nelly for me. Okay, I need you to DM Teacher Nelly so we can get to the next question. All right, now it says a cable car C, so there's our cable car over there, traveling from the top of Table Mountain, from T, from the top, follows a path along TCM. So it's following this path all the way to the bottom. Right. Now it says, calculate the angle. So because they're asking for the angle, we know that we're going to click what? What are we going to click, guys? Shift. That's it, offense. Good. We're going to click shift. Right. We're going to click shift. Good. They want the angle formed MTN. All right, let's go have a look. MTN, the angle formed between the cable car and the vertical height TN. Right, so what they actually want is that. Okay, am I correct, Teacher Nelly, or am I completely bugging?
Sorry?
Okay, they say calculate the angle formed MTN between the cable and the vertical height TN. So they want the angle formed there. Ah, this is the angle that they want. That one over there. Okay. That's the angle that they want. That one. Okay. The angle that's created between the cable car and MTN. So what we know, guys, is that C to P is a vertical line and T to N is also a vertical line. What does this tell me about these two lines? That they are what? What does it tell me about CP and TN, guys? If they're both vertical lines, yes, that's it, Amber, and Apiwe and Asbonge. Good, they're parallel, good. Which means, which angle is actually equal to this angle over here? Which other angle is equal to that angle? That's it. T, beautiful. T is also equal to that angle because of corresponding angles. Right, because of corresponding angles. So what we actually can do here is we can calculate for the angle T. Actually, that's the angle they want. They want the angle T, right? So we can use what we know about the triangle. Which triangle are we going to use? Yes, Samuel, because of the F. Which triangle are we actually going to use? Good, triangle MTN. Good. That one there. Good, triangle MTN. Good, right. So remember that this ratio is 21 over 100 and 35 over 100. Does anybody have any idea how we're going to tackle this question? Who's got an idea? Because remember, angle T isn't exactly what they've given us over here. We have nothing in reference to angle T. Does anybody have any idea what we could possibly do? Yes, Tiana.
Ma'am, did ma'am say there's nothing in reference to T?
Yes, and I'd be lying because I am actually lying. Yes.
Ma'am,
They
so
are-
can't we use 35 and 100? Then we like say adjacent over 100 and it's like cos. Then we solve it like, then we say shift.
Okay,
Shift
but if
angle.
we say cos, if we use cos, Tiana, right? We can't say adjacent over 100 because 100 is actually the opposite to the angle T. So which ratio could we use instead?
Oh, 10.
Tan, yes, absolutely, we can use tan. So we're going to say that tan of the angle T is equal to, finish up for me.
10. What did ma'am say? 10 of the angle T is 35. No, it's 100 over 35.
Good, 100 over 35.
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad you caught yourself. Good, next step, what would we then do?
Now, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna simplify it. I just think we're gonna say shift 10 is equal to 35. But we must first with 10, negative 1 is equal in brackets to 35. 100 over 35.
100 over 35. Punch that into your calculator and give me an answer.
The answer is 70,71
70,71 what?
degrees.
Degrees. Thank you. It's an angle. Okay, very well done. Okay, 100%. Very nicely done, Tiana. Well done. Okay, good stuff. All right. Okay, another thumbs up. Everybody okay with how we answered this question? Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, now I want you guys to take note that this next question is out of 5. And I saw somebody say to me, this little bit of work that we did over here for 4 marks, it wasn't a little bit of work. Remember, guys, we first had to figure out that tan of theta is equal to 35 over 100, and that tan of beta is equal to 21 over 100. They're also taking that into account. Okay. We also have to take that into account. All right, let's look at this last question over here, and it's worth 5 marks. So you best believe there's a lot of work to be done here. All right, it says here, if the cable car C travels along the cable such that TC is equal to 400 meters, calculate the height of the cable car above sea level at this instant. All right, so here's now what they tell us, right? Let's add what we know here. We've just discovered that this angle over here is 70,71, and they're telling us that the distance from here to there, TC, is 400 meters. Right, they want us to then find the height of the cable car above sea level. So they want us to find that. They want us to find CP. Ideas, guys. Ideas. What do you guys think we can do? Anyone? Okay, we could multiply by 31. Namisile, how is that going to help us though? That's not going to tell us anything because this is already in meters and this is already in meters. It's not going to help us, right? So TN divided by 2, no. Asbonge, that's not how it's going to work. No, unfortunately not. Candace, I'm going to explain in just a little bit. All right. Now, guys, I want you to note that because they want the length of CP, we have to acknowledge that CP is made up of 2 different parts. Are we in agreement? If I take, it's not going to be the midpoint theorem, guys. If I take this shape over here, do you guys agree that if I take this perpendicular to the horizontal, what 2 shapes do I make up? What 2 shapes am I making up here? Good. A triangle, and let's not say square. We're not 100% sure that it's a square. We're not sure that it's a square. So we're going to say we've got a triangle and we've got a rectangle. Let's leave it there. Okay. A triangle and a rectangle make up these 2 shapes, correct? But the one thing we know about this triangle over here is that it's a right-angled triangle because this thing is parallel to the horizontal. So that part over there gives us a right-angled triangle, correct? Now, think about this, guys. They want us to know how far up this part from there to there is. So do you guys not think if we can figure out how much that part is, what can we do from there, Tiana?
Ma'am, before
Yes.
I answer ma'am's question, can I ask a question? Now, I'm confused. I
Okay.
don't see the first definition. But the triangle, ma'am, think we're gonna do the even one. Then we're gonna say we have the 400 meters. And then, like, which is I put the news and we have our angle, then we want our opposite.
Yes. Well,
Side.
not our opposite, our adjacent here. Right.
Is that adjacent?
Yes, because that's our
Oh,
angle.
we want this.
That is
Okay.
our adjacent. Good. Okay. Was that the question? Did you just, Tiana, did you ask me a question by answering the question that I asked?
No, I want. Okay, yes, but it wasn't the question. The question was why. No, I wanted to ask a favor. Okay, but no, I wanted to see the question.
Because I'm like, you're like, ma'am, is this how we would answer the question? Yes, Tiana, you answered my question by asking me if you answered the question. Yes, you did. You did. That was absolutely correct. 100% what we're going to do. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, Tiana's answered the question for us. She's explained. Okay. Apiwe says, ma'am, can we use PN to find the opposite of the triangle? Yes, but then again, you would still have to do Pythagoras, Apiwe, to find the length of PN. Okay, so it doesn't matter which way we do it, you're still going to have to do some sort of calculation. All right, okay, now I want to remind you guys that this 35 isn't actually 35 meters. It's a ratio of 35. Remember that thing that I did with Tiana just now? We said that if this thing over here is 100, what did we do to get from 100 to 3,100? What did we multiply by? Sure, that was house. What did we multiply by? Times? Good. We times by 31, which means if we want the length of this side, we need to take 35 and multiply it by 31. So grab your calculator, give me 31 multiplied by 31. 35 multiplied by 31. Sure, Abiyani, there's the question for you. Okay. Good, excellent. And that then becomes how tall the thing actually is. All right, so 35 times 31 actually tells us that Tn is actually 1,085 meters tall. Okay, that's the height, not 35. 35 is just the ratio. The actual height is 1,085. All right, so I want us to calculate for this length. I'm going to call this part T, a C, because that part is also C. Calculate for TC for me. Remember, guys, first thing we're going to do, step 1, as Tiana has already said in her question answer, step 1 is to label. Step 2 is to compare have versus want. Step 3 is to set up an equation, and we can then solve for TC. Pop your answer in the chat once you've found TC for me, please. You, Tiana, hi. Hi. Is that the final answer, or is that the length of TC? I doubt that's the length of TC. That's way too big. Ah, final. Okay, so Tiana's already made it to the end, guys. Let's see if everybody else agrees with you. For now, guys, just give me the length of TC. All right, Asbonge says 132,14. Let me see if everybody else agrees with you, Asbonge. Give everybody a chance to catch up. Mara says, I got the same answer as Tiana. Mahlatsi also says 132,14. Jaden as well. Jade. Hi, Jade. I didn't even notice that you're here. Okay. But you have been answering. I did actually notice. I lie. I did see your answers earlier on. Good. Okay, 132,14. Good. So if I label, I know that this is my adjacent, that is my hypotenuse, and that is my angle. Okay. Oh, this is my opposite side. Right. What do I have? They have given me the angle, 70,71, and they've given me the hypotenuse. What do I want? I want my adjacent, so I'm going to use cos. So I'm going to go cos of 70,71 is equal to my adjacent, which is TC, over the hypotenuse, which is 400. So TC will then be equal to 400 times cos of 70,71, and that is equal to 132,14 meters. Excellent. Now, the reason Tiana and Asbonge can give us the, or Mara can give us the answer that we've gotten is because we're not actually looking for the length of TC. We actually want that part. We want this part over here. And we know that the distance from the top to the bottom from T to N is 1085. So what we now have to do is subtract one from the other. So we're going to go 1085 minus 132,14, which is in fact 962, I believe. I don't know. Pop your answer in the chat for me, guys, so that I can steal your answer. I don't have my calculator. Pop your answer in the chat. Good. Okay, 952. Good. 952,86. All right. Like Teacher Nell said, please answer the PACE poll in the chat. Okay, please, oh, in the chat, sorry. Please answer the PACE poll. Okay, and while you, after you're done calculating the, answering the PACE poll, please give me a value out of 10. How comfortable are you guys answering these kinds of questions? 1 being not comfortable at all, and 10 being I am comfortable. I'm quite comfortable and I'm happy to do these kinds of questions. Yes, Tiana, you're more than welcome to ask me a question. You can put your hand up. Yes.
Ma'am, I don't
Yes.
want to ask a question. I want to see 7.2.2. I can screenshot it.
Okay, 7.2.2 there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys, that's it from us today. We're going to be doing this question next in the next class. So I want you guys to, you can have a look at this question, take a screenshot if you'd like. We'll tackle it in the next class. Gift, when you say 9,9999999, what happened to my 0.0000000000000000001? Ibo, Apiwe, you're such a cheat. I can't believe this. I just did Apiwe's homework for her. Yo, you guys. Can't believe you guys. Cheers, Courtney. I'll see you guys again next week. Yo, not next week, Wednesday. Kanti, what's with me? Bye, guys. I'll see you on Wednesday.